Hey man, Shabonino, welcome back to the channel. Today we got something pretty special from someone who you may remember. A while back when we first started our channel, we reached out to a company in Canada called Mavercade, and they sent us over this controller right here. This is the KeebWarrior 04. It's definitely one of the more unique leverless controllers, especially with these pill-shaped buttons. You can see all your fingers are just laying on the buttons just like this, and it's really good for ergonomics. And I think it's because of this controller I actually started to really rely on that pinky button, which is why I bring it up so much. I really appreciate when pinky buttons are on leverless controllers. And just recently, Mavercade reached out and sent us something awesome. So without further ado, let's get started. So unlike our usual controllers, we actually got multiple packages. So instead of doing it one by one, I'm just gonna lay them out all on the table and then we'll kind of do it as she goes. So boom, boom, these guys, this, and this. Incredible. We're gonna leave these two for in a minute. I'm just gonna set them aside, but this is the main kind of deal here. A really big shout out to Mavercade for sending these out. It's always cool to see what these companies come up with, and I'm really blessed to have this platform where I can share this experience with you. So in front of me, we have two primaries and two secondaries. Aside from the pictures, I don't know what to expect. These are two primaries for the S3. There's an S4 and an S2. We also got instructions showing all of the options that we have. If we do the S3, that is your standard leverless. It looks like it has a mixed box layout as well. The S4 is this one without that up button, and then this guy right here. We also got some accessories, which we'll definitely get into later. Nice braided USB-C cable. Love to see it. Rubber feet. All of these we'll get back to in a second. This is the KeebWarrior S3 primary with Kale Chalk V2 Saker. Oh, dude, check that out. It came out so sick. Mavercade has these customization options where you could choose different colors, and they asked me what color scheme I want. I love yellow, so I chose black and yellow and black. So up next, we got the KeebWarrior S3 secondary. This is Kale Chalk V2 Saker. Wow, look at that like detailing on the faceplate. That is insane. And the yellow is so nice. It's also metal at the bottom here. Holy. Okay. Oh my goodness. But next we got the KeebWarrior S4 primary, and this is Kale Chalk V2 Glacial Silver. Oh my goodness. That looks sick too. Look at how clean that is. And these are nylon buttons. Okay, I'm freaking out. Calm down. Oh, okay, don't get ahead of yourself. All right, we're gonna put that here. Up next, we got the KeebWarrior S2 secondary Kale Chalk V2 Glacial Silvers. What's the mix box? Oh my God, you're killing me here. Look at that. All right, so Mavercade sent us essentially two controllers or two variations of the KeebWarrior. We have a 3D printed top plate with nylon buttons held in together with these screws. We also got tactile buttons here, and on the bottom, sorry for my sweaty hands, it's a metal plate. That's crazy. And on this one, you can see we have the yellow 3D printed body, and then this is also 3D printed in this geometrical kind of texture. We got our buttons here with our tactile buttons. Whoa, this is so clean with the mixed box layout, and it's low profile. So sick. And this is a nice touch. You just added that thumb button right there. Simple and plain, black and yellow. I'm so happy about this. A pinky button. They made it bigger than the other one, so it's more intentional. So once again, 3D printed body, geometrical texture on the top with that metal plate. When you take a look at the connection here, it's actually Ethernet. There's an external port. Is it on the other side too? Look at that. Oh, so you got an external port as well. You can use this on PlayStation now. That's crazy. So on the right side of the controller, we have an external port, an RJ45 port, and your USB-C port. The brains of this is on the right side, and that's why this is the primary. And the left side is actually the secondary, and that comes with this RJ45 port as well. So before we connect everything, we still got a couple more packages to go, but this is the controller itself. And so this is one of Mavercade's hinge options, which is really cool. You can see we got the hinge on the center and it just folds just like that. There's a little handle here, which is really cute. There's 5 holes on each side and we can put the controller on, and you can like set it at an angle like that if you wanted to. That is awesome. And this is the second hinge option. You can see it still comes with that little handle there, but this guy opens up even wider than before. That's crazy. Look at that. It like extends all the way. That's crazy. So you can angle it in a way where it's more ergonomic for you, or you can use it for lap play, right? The one thing that I had in mind too is like when you're using it for lap play, you just fold it like that. You put this in between your legs and then you lay the controller on that. So it's a lot more stabilized in between your legs. Granted, if you man spread or something, then you might want to do something like this instead. But we'll definitely try it out, both desk and lap play, and see how these guys work. And you can see the major difference between the two. One's thicker, obviously. This one's just 2 pieces, whereas this one's 4 pieces. You might be able to do like an ergonomic setup on this, just a little bit more of like a 45-degree angle, whereas this one right here, you can go all the way if you wanted to, almost vertically if you wanted to, right? And so we also have the instructions here that illustrate how to install them. All right, you already know what it is. Just want to give a big shout out to the sponsor of this video, Mavercade. If you're into unique controllers that stand out and feel amazing to use, Mavercade might be your new favorite brand. They're best known for their KeebWarrior line, which features those pill-shaped buttons that feel just as good as they look. It's a matchup of arcade-style layouts with mechanical switches, and honestly, nothing else really compares. They also make a wide variety of leverless style controllers and fight stick enclosures with an emphasis on customization and comfort. So if you're someone who cares about ergonomics and how a controller feels, definitely give them a look. And if you've been thinking about picking up the KeebWarrior, now is a perfect time. Mavercade is giving you 10% off any Hinge add-on when you purchase a KeebWarrior from now until the end of the year. Just use code neeto at checkout. A big thank you once again to Mavercade for sponsoring this video. Check them out at mavercade.com and start building your dream controller today. Back to the video. Before we get into that, and let's get into the accessories that we got. So we showed this before, but this is the USB-C cable. It's braided, really nice, pretty long too. Yeah, that is a long USB-C cable. And we have 2 lengths for the RJ45. This one is a longer one. It looks like this one just goes for the case and it's shorter. And split layout's actually pretty ergonomic. A lot of people like and prefer them, mainly just for spacing. One of the big complaints about leverless controllers is it feels really cramped. Having it a little bit more split and widespread, it's definitely a lot more comfortable. Ooh, and this is the other RJ45 connector. It's pretty long. I'm probably gonna match this here, and I'm gonna match this here. I have some rubber feet to use on the bare metal. Little stickers that you could just put on the back of the controller. And so we just connect the cable in one side, just like that. So you can definitely just have it 2 pieces. I will say without the rubber feet, it's kind of sliding quite a bit, which makes sense. It's just metal, right? So it's like 2 pieces. This 3D printed one has metal. Huh, that's so clean. I don't know how long this video is gonna be, but I hope you're vibing too. You're taking it easy and chilling, enjoying some fighting games. I'm not gonna put these guys on because if there's too much height, you're not able to actually, it would be mainly for like desk play. I wanna use it with the hinge. Nothing crazy. Ooh, take a look at that. So definitely a lot more to the right side or the primary side. Like the design is just immaculate. 3D printed housing with that metal plate at the bottom there. Just super solid. It's almost like it's built in. Let me put this. Ooh. Oh. Ooh. That's crazy. Okay, hold on. That was unexpected. Take a look. This is below the faceplate. You can see the board there. You can see the switches. And I'm pretty sure it's hot swap as well. Look at that. Real cute. I believe these are just reset buttons because they're not actually on here. So I'm not gonna touch those. I'm pretty sure it's using GP2040 as well, so that's awesome. We have the screws for the add-ons, which is this. Kind of eyeball it. I'm not gonna screw it like super tight. I'm just gonna do it enough where I can like move it around if I need to. It sits pretty flush, so just aligning it like that, and now everything else is easy. Sweet. One side done. Let's do the other side. You're kind of like building something, you know what I'm saying? Doing my best to align it up here. Put your thumb right there. Make sure it's held in place. Take a look at that. That is so clean. Fold it like that, and there you go. Now let's see something real quick. Angle it. These feel nice. Nice. Pop this in and see. These feel really good. So you can definitely angle it and play it ergonomically like this. There is room for an adapter as well. Okay, so you can definitely fit in a Brook adapter like angled like this. The Wingman FGC2 isn't like a pass-through one, but I know the Wingman FGC1 is. So you could do that if you wanted to. And it's cool for travel too. You just fold it up and go like that, right? That is sick. And the RJ45 cable is not like really going anywhere. It's really locked in. So you just, when you're done, and then the one thing that I was thinking is you could put those little rubber feet on the case here, but you can see it sits super flush, and doing so would make it kind of jut out like that. It's really dependent on how you play and what kind of comfort level you want. Because right now there's no grip to it at all, but it's screwed into the plate. So when it plays on your lap, you shouldn't have any issues with that. Putting this in like a little bag would be actually so convenient. Pop that in your bag and you're good to go, which is kind of nuts. This one, I'm assuming, because it is so much bigger, that's where the longer cable comes in. See? Just like that. I'm gonna try to do my best and install it. Oh, could just lay it down like that. Okay, much easier compared to what I was doing before. So you could lay it down like this, kind of align it, put the screw in, and then screw the first one in like this. Try not to tighten it all the way, just enough. Nice. Okay, so one side down. So I will say installing the hinge is quite a feat, but once you get it in there, it's in there, so. Whoa. Okay. Take a look at that. You can go as far as like nearly having it vertical if you want. Like, take a look at that. Like a slight angle to it. Maybe even a little bit more. Maybe even a little bit more. Okay. Oh yeah, okay. Take a look at that. So this longer cable, super wide layout, man. Huh. That's crazy. Do it like this. You can, oh, is it strong enough to do that? That's crazy. That's it. That's actually kind of sick. Like you could do one side right there, the other. Like let's say you have wrist issues on the other side, then that's kind of crazy actually. So I prefer using ergonomic mice. So like I prefer like trackball. And just recently I started using a mouse like this. It's kind of similar to like that of an ergonomic mouse. You know how it's kind of slanted forward. It's not like really vertical like that, but it's kind of angled in a way where it's comfortable for your wrist. You kind of have the option to just keep it like this. Like this is sick, dude. Or like you could even go wide, have one flat, one angled. I don't think I would do it this way. I'm more likely to do it the reverse way. This layout though is comfortable to me. Like this, that is insanely comfortable. That is like crazily comfortable, like this. You can't really get this kind of sensation on like a regular controller, right? Get a sound test with these. Definitely a lot creamier and lighter to touch. So you could just see the difference in terms of like length, right? That's crazy. This one, obviously you have that angle, but the second hinge, you definitely have more options in terms of how steep of an angle you want for when you play. But you could still play on desk. You still play like this. And like, I don't know, maybe have your keyboard right here. Actually, I'm curious. I have a small keyboard. I don't think it would fit in between there though. Like, oh, hold on. Like, if you're playing on desk and you have your keyboard, check this out. If you're playing on desk and you have this kind of setup, you could rest your keyboard right here. Look at that. Kind of like a wrist rest right here. Rest your keyboard. This is, you could just like have a keyboard here and then play like that. But can you do it with the cable on? That is crazy. Hold on. Hold on. Like it's not even, you know, wobbling or anything. Okay, that's crazy. I could see somebody having this just on their desk. If you have like a wide enough desk. You have your keyboard in the center. Wow. Now we need to get like a matching keyboard for this setup. You know what I'm saying? This is there. Like I'm typing or whatever. And then, wow, dude, that's crazy. Wow. You can see the difference in terms of like just heft and thickness. I love the colorways, like the black and yellow and the yellow and black. It suits me. Oh my God, did I notice something that wasn't there before? What is that? It's not on this controller. No, hold on. Do you see what I see? It's not on this controller though. It's not on the top of this one. Look at that. There's a little switch there. And so there is a switch that when pin 20 becomes pin 19 when connected to S4. Oh my God, you could turn on or off. That's very thoughtful. You could turn on or off the top button or the pinky button with this setup. Not with this one, because there's no additional little buttons there aside from the thumb button, but it's like a three-way switch. You just set it in the middle if you want both the left and the up, or like shut this one off or shut that one off. Wow, that's very thoughtful. That was like my first impressions, kind of just hands-on kind of thing, but I do plan on making an actual review, so stay tuned for that. Check out Mavercade, check out the KeebWarrior if it's something that you're into, man. Like, yeah, that's it for this unboxing, kind of hands-on review. Just want to give a big shout out to Mavercade once again for sending me these controllers and letting me try them out. It's really amazing what these indie companies can come up with. It's crazy, man. Like each controller they put out is just better than the last. So huge thank you to Mavercade once again. And we'll get into some gameplay now and see how it performs. I'm definitely looking forward to it for sure. Before we get into the gameplay, I just want to quickly touch on the RJ45 cable. So I followed up with Mavercade and I was wondering whether or not there was like a right angle or a shorter version of the cable, but they actually let me know that you can bend it. So take a look at this. You could just bend the cable by the head and make that right angle for you. So it makes closing it a lot easier. It makes resting it on your lap a lot easier. And it's just a feature that I didn't mention in the actual video. So originally it was just like straight like this and you saw that it kind of got in the way. But once you bend it, it's a lot cleaner of a look. It looks nicer when you close the case. It's not wobbling around. It's not hanging off the edge. It's really nice. I'll demonstrate that with this. So before I begin, I just want to make sure that I'm doing the right one. Okay, so this guy right here, you just take the tip of it and you just kind of bend it like that. And it's totally safe to do because of this rubberized housing here. You can kind of just manipulate it how you see fit. If you want it a little bit more, if you want it a little bit less, just like that. I think I prefer this way, like the cable heading out that way, but you could do the other way too. So we'll do it for this side. I'm just gonna take it with my thumb and just bend it by the head, right? Just like that. And so you can see when we install it, let's just pop this back in here. You can pop that guy right here. And this one right here. While it's here, you can kind of notice it's kind of going that way. So you can kind of just hold it by the tip and bend it so it's a little bit more straighter. Same thing with this one, it's a little bit more bent that way. So just hold it by the tip there and then just kind of bend it. Yeah. And so when it closes on your lap, it makes it a lot easier to close it all the way instead of the two ends just hitting each other, right? So kind of like that. You could do it the other way if you wanted to. And then one thing I did about the cable when I was playing, I just tucked it underneath. Rest it how you want, and then just tuck the rest of the cable underneath to make it just a little bit cleaner, like that. And then when you're done, you could just either tuck that right there or unplug it and put it in your pocket. So yeah, pretty cool feature that I didn't mention in the video. Just figured I'd follow up in case you were wondering if that was a concern of yours. It makes it a lot cleaner, especially for travel. I'm actually really liking this short one right here. So Jeez, that's easy. That's awesome. It's kind of sick, like, you're just tapping it. I think the hinge is strong enough, though. Yeah, it's moving just a little bit, though. I think that feels better. Like if you're playing at home, no one's really gonna judge you for playing the way that's most comfortable for you. Like, I'd say like you might get a little bit of like if you brought this to locals and you brought it on the desk and you're wide like that. I mean, like, you get people looking at you funny. They'd be like, "What is that?" But like at the same time, if it's how you play, if it's what's most comfortable to you, man, then just do it. Just do you. Peace. Oop. No. That's sick. That's crazy. I don't know. I haven't figured out what my favorite way to play with the wider hinge, the Hinge 2. There's like so many different configurations and options, right? Like you could basically play as narrow or as wide as you want, right? And you could go full wide, which is so crazy. Holy shit. Would I rather do it like this? Shit.